Imagine this. Friday night, you hop in the car, drive to your local video store, and browse the aisles for the perfect movie. Rows of VHS tapes, then DVDs, all waiting for you to take home. That store was probably a Blockbuster. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Blockbuster wasn't just a store. It was the center of home entertainment, the place families, teens, and couples went to rent movies every week. And then, almost overnight, it disappeared. How did a company that dominated movie rentals, with thousands of stores and billions in revenue, go from king to bankrupt? This is the rise and fall of Blockbuster LLC. Blockbuster started in 1985, founded by David Cook in Dallas, Texas. The idea was simple: create a video rental store that offered more selection, brighter stores, and better service than the small independent shops that dominated the market. It worked. Blockbuster stores were clean, organized, and easy to navigate. Thousands of titles on VHS, later DVDs, large format stores, family-friendly environment. People loved it. By 1987, Blockbuster had expanded rapidly, opening hundreds of stores across the US, and then came the biggest move. In 1987, media giant Viacom invested in Blockbuster, fueling its expansion even further. By the early 1990s, Blockbuster had become the go-to movie rental chain in America. In the 1990s, Blockbuster was everywhere. Over 9,000 stores worldwide, annual revenue in the billions, blue and yellow, became a symbol of movie night. Blockbuster didn't just rent movies, they were part of pop culture. Friday night, people didn't just rent a movie, they went to Blockbuster. Families, friends, couples, teenagers. Blockbuster was convenient, consistent, and reliable. Even late fees became a source of fear and revenue. For a while, it seemed untouchable. But then the late 1990s and early 2000s brought changes in technology. DVDs replaced VHS tapes. The internet began to reshape how people accessed content. New competitors emerged, like Netflix. Netflix started in 1997 as a DVD by mail service, offering convenience that Blockbuster stores couldn't match. Netflix tried to pitch a partnership to Blockbuster in 2000. Blockbuster refused. At the time, Netflix was a small, struggling startup. Blockbuster executives believed, "Our stores are too popular. People like browsing in person. DVDs by mail won't replace us." That decision would haunt them. By 2004, Netflix introduced online streaming concepts. Blockbuster was slow to respond. They tried late, launched Blockbuster Online. They experimented with in-store rentals for online orders, but they never embraced streaming fully, unlike Netflix. Meanwhile, consumer habits were shifting. People wanted convenience. No late fees, no trips to the store, movies delivered to their door or instantly streamed. Blockbuster's brick-and-mortar empire became a liability. By 2007, the decline was obvious. Redbox began offering low-cost DVD rentals at kiosks. Streaming services like Netflix were gaining popularity. Blockbuster was burdened with thousands of physical stores and massive debt. They tried to innovate. Subscription services, eliminating late fees, streaming options. But it was too late. Consumer habits had shifted, and Blockbuster was tied to the old model. Management indecision didn't help. Frequent leadership changes. Confusion between focusing on stores versus online attempts at partnerships came too late. The giant that once defined movie rentals was struggling to survive. In 2010, Blockbuster filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. By then, thousands of stores had closed, employees were laid off. Netflix and Redbox dominated the home entertainment space. By 2013, most remaining Blockbuster stores were shut down, leaving only one iconic store in Bend, Oregon, which survives today as a nostalgic relic. The company that once dominated movie nights around the world had almost entirely vanished. Several factors explain the collapse. Failure to adapt to digital transformation. Netflix, Redbox, and streaming changed the game. Over-reliance on brick-and-mortar stores, rent-heavy model, and large real estate costs. Leadership mistakes, slow response to competitors, refusal to buy Netflix early. Changing consumer habits. Convenience overtook tradition. Even being a giant with billions in revenue couldn't save Blockbuster. Blockbuster's story is a warning for every company. Dominance doesn't guarantee survival. Disruption can come from small startups. Innovation must precede consumer demand, not follow it. Even industry leaders must adapt or perish. Blockbuster didn't die because people stopped loving movies. It died because it refused to change with how people wanted to watch them. At its peak, Blockbuster wasn't just a store. It was part of family life, teen culture, and pop culture at large. Friday nights, birthday parties, date nights, they all went through Blockbuster. And yet, in less than a decade, the empire collapsed. The lesson? In business, nostalgia doesn't pay the bills. Change does. Blockbuster ruled the past, but failed to win the future.